There really isn't a better place to spend a fall color tour than here in northern Michigan. The only thing I could find that would make it a little bit better would be to do it in a great car like the 2013 BMW M6. The driving roads that snake around Lake Michigan are some of the best you'll find anywhere. And the scenery, particularly in the fall, makes them seem even better. But whenever you plan a tour like this, you're obviously going to need a car like this BMW M6 Convertible. From the outside, this generation of BMW's big M6 is much prettier than the last one. It's bulgy and it's aggressive in a way that the German and Japanese competitors are not. And it's just exciting enough to make the price point seem slightly less ridiculous. Inside, BMW has the leather thing down pat. It's soft, it's supple, and it's almost rubbery. If you knew what you were doing, you could make these seats into a great pair of hot pants. This generation of iDrive remains far from intuitive, but it's a great improvement over previous generations, with most functions being easy enough to use and the controls both on the screen and in the car placed semi-logically. But putting the car into park required a review of the manual when I first drove it, which is obviously ridiculous. BMW insists that if all you ever drive are BMWs, you'll start to find them easy to operate, which is obviously not the point. Still, the system was mostly functional, which sadly puts it near the top of the heap among driver tech interfaces. Plus, it had a little dock made just for my brand of smartphone. Mechanically and visually, the M6 is a wonderful grand tourer, but the electronics are mostly useless or intrusive or both. Because a car this powerful and fast can be dangerous in the wrong hands, the Germans have left most of the important driving type stuff up to the car, rather than let rich people kill themselves. And get used to it. If you want 560 horsepower from the Germans, you better be ready to put the robots in charge of using it responsibly. And if you want to love a car like this, you're going to need to make peace with your electromechanical overlords. At the end of the day, they're the ones in charge. You'll also have to understand that this is a GT and not a sports car. The M6 weighs 900 pounds more than a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So, while BMW spent a lot of time and money making it feel agile, and it does, it's heavy. It's really, really heavy. So, we can talk about acceleration and braking and horsepower and all those kinds of statistical measures all day long, but this is no track car. It's a crosser of continents, built to make long distances seem shorter, and that's exactly what it does. In the tradition of other great GTs, it makes sustaining big speed over long periods of time seem effortless. It has power to spare and a great big gas tank. It looks good, it has room for 2 people and even some luggage. In my mind, it's one of the better drop-top GT cars on the market. And up here, rolling along the edge of the lake, under a canopy of autumn leaves, it's easy to understand why old guys love convertibles and color tours so much. Sure, a coupe is lighter and it looks better, but whenever what's outside is this good, you'll appreciate the unobstructed views and the fresh air. For Autoweek, I'm Rory Carroll.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at Autoweek.com, in Autoweek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Autoweek USA.